it's Lisa with Junk Journal Gems. I thank you so much for joining me again. I'm still using up some book pages and started making some taller openable tags to also journal on the inside. You could also have it so people could journal on the back side as well, but I kind of liked the fact that they were decorative on each side. But I thought that I'd have you join me so that we can make some of these together, just as another option. And we'll do a little something else also. But I'm going to just grab out a book page, see if I can tear it out neatly. And my goodness, I did. What I have been doing is, and I don't know, the last time I cut off the margins, I don't think I'm gonna this time. I'm just gonna cut off this little raggedy edge, which that's pretty clean. I wouldn't even have to do that. I'm just gonna cut it off so all my edges are tidy. I'm being picky. I'm gonna grab out my glue book, grab a piece of paper that I will use for the inside to write on, and my glue stick. This is another super simple idea and oddly satisfying way to use up your book pages. Just on a roll with this, aren't I? There. Just making sure that the edges are good and have a even amount of glue on them. I just heard my husband sneeze. Okay, so Pearl, no. All right, we'll get this down on our coffee dyed paper. Grab my card. And then I will also even up the edges. See, it's the page itself wasn't square, or the paper isn't. Something's not square. So we will make it square. Just cut off this side here first. And I hope you're all having a good day. Today was a work day for me. So just spending a little bit of my evening time doing one of the things that I love doing the most, playing in my craft room. Oh, no. I told my husband I was making a video. Now why he turned the dogs loose outside, I don't know. Pearl, please don't. Pearl. No. Good girl. Okay, so once I've done that, I get out my scoreboard. And I eyeball the center of this. I want to see, yeah, I think it's about right there. You could be exact and measure it. I like living on the edge. So then I just take this, fold it in, grab my bone folder. Yep, it wasn't quite even, but easily remedied. Whoops. go. So we've got that. And then we can, what I did before is I just cut off our little edges so it looks like a tag. Flip it over. And then here's the base of our tag. Now, as the glue dries, it will curl up. What I've done with these is I just place it under something heavy overnight, and then you're left with a flat tag. All right, so how to decorate this? Good question. Bunch of printables that I was printing off last night, and the printer and I were not getting along incredibly well. But one of the kits that I printed off from Shabby Dabby Doodah is called The Great Tea Company, and it just has some super fun images on it that I thought that we could use for these tags. In fact, this one kind of has my fancy. That I think will work out well. Normally, I'm living on the edge with this too, because normally I would use my cutter because I can't seem to cut straight lines for the life of me. That's pretty good. Maybe. Are you? I'm a little crooked here. There's one piece. Now, there was something else that caught my eye too. And I rather like this little, I don't know, it's shaped like a ticket, but it can also be used as a label. And that's what I thought I would do. Oop. Pearl, please don't. Pearl. She's licking again. It drives me so crazy. Pearl, thank you. Good choice. Okay, so that could maybe go there. I feel like I need a bit of background or something. I was trying to print it double-sided in my printer. I put the paper in to print it, to print something out of the back feed, and then it would come out of the main tray. So then I'd switch it to the main tray, and then it would come out the back feed. There was no rhyme or reason to it. I have no idea why we were struggling. And then toward the end of my crafting night, then the color started printing weird. So I just shut it off and walked away and thought, well, that needs to be saved for another day because it was testing my patience way too much. And right before bed, it's just not worth it right before bed, right? Oops, static cling. All right. Maybe what I'll do. how long? Whoop, leftover. You know, in a previous video where I cut off that 6 and then I couldn't find it, I never did end up finding it. So it's still floating around here somewhere. I don't know why. I don't know where it went. It's a mystery. The crafting elves took it. Either that or it dropped on the floor and my dog ate it. That's always a possibility. When I drop scraps on the floor, Pearl is like on top of that right away. Always. She must think they're extra tasty. Now let's just make sure. I know where I would like these. Helps if I have it right side up. Talk about indecisive. I think I'll do that. Just going to take a little white off the edge, give it a little punch. Another beautiful summer day here today. Beautiful. Not too hot, not windy. It's rather perfect, actually. But I had to work. Wah, wah. Whoops. Here we go. We can put like that, and I don't think it needs anything else. This was a rather straightforward one, wasn't it? I'm going to cut off that little overhang. There. I think I'll carry some of this over here. Like that. What do I want to use also on here? Maybe I have these green labels that are kind of fun. I like that. That's cute. I have a pile of linens and a vintage quilt on the floor because they need to be washed this weekend, so I can use them for my crafting. And Pearl is absolutely obsessed with rooting around in fabric. So she is over there rooting it all up. Thank you very much. Did you get it the way you wanted, Pearl? You did? Okay. She was just looking at me like, yep, I'm all good. I got it. Then we can put this like that. Yep. The nice thing about working with this book print is it helps guide you to having a straight line. Just look at the lines of the text. That accidentally went on the floor. Okay, I like that very much. I adjusted the camera height, so I'm hoping, I'm just gonna look at it. Ooh, I hope I haven't been out of frame for you. I'm hoping it's easier for you to see what I'm doing. You'll have to let me know in the comments how that works for you. If it's better than previous videos, if it's too close, just let me know. All right, and I think once this is dry, then some of these I might sew around, and then I'll just put a little fabric topper or a little lace topper on. Let's see, I'll show you what I mean. Lately, I've been using this a lot. I think I'll use it on this again. That's cute. So what I'll just do before I go to the sewing machine with these later is I just like to take my art glitter glue and lightly tack it on there. Not too much glue so that it, oops, isn't interfering with my sewing. Oh, the trouble is with this, you know what, I am going to have to use the Fabri-Tac. The trouble with this kind of pulpy book page is that it's so absorbent. So sometimes when you put glue on it, it just inhales it. That should work better. Just ate the art glitter glue for lunch. There, I'll set that aside to dry a little bit. Now, I'll show you how I did another one. Where is it? This one I embossed it in my Big Shot, and I love how that turned out. You can get a similar effect with using gesso or paste. I'm just looking for a book page that doesn't have an image on it. Same process here as before is I'm going to put the coffee dyed paper on it. Let's see if this, ooh, perfect, perfect. But, margin. I don't think that was necessary, really. I'm just going to leave it as is. Let's just do it. Why not? I should keep track sometime of how many glue sticks I go through in a year. That'd be interesting. Let me know if you happen to know. I haven't paid attention. It's just as I need them, I get them. This way we make sure it's good and stuck together. I'd be interested in hearing who has tried some of the things that we have done in recent videos. And if you've tried something shown on my channel, let me know what it is that you've made. I love hearing what other people are doing. Okay. Actually, before how do I want it? Last time, I waited to score it after I embossed it, which was not easy. So this time I'm going to do it the other way. Now, that is not even 5 1/4. This. Could have gone over further, couldn't I have? The only thing, not having cut off the margins, is I'll have to check and see if this will fit in my embossing folder. That's the only hesitation here. Let me grab my folder. I'll be right back. All right, I've got my folder. This is one, let me see, I got this on Amazon. I'll try to remember to link it below. It didn't give me a brand name at all, but I really like it. So let's see. Before I did that, what I did was, let me move this a second. I spritzed a little water on it. Just real finely, because the paper that I'm using is very pulpy paper. It's going to absorb it really quick, and I don't need a whole lot. I just want it a little damp, so it really takes that embossing on. Make sure I'm in so you can see. All right, so I'm going to take this plate out. We won't need that with an embossing folder. We're going to make our sandwich like this. And I do it a couple times. There. get rid of the Big Shot. All right, let's see what we ended up with. Perfect, perfect. All right, what I did then, and maybe what I'll do this time, last time I just used vintage photo to go over it. This time, I'm gonna change it up. I'm going to use my spun sugar. Now, one of my pads has a loose pad. This one does not. So let's just real lightly and evenly start going over the image. Because the last thing I want is to get a bunch in between here, or we're gonna lose the beauty of what we've created. You kind of want to go in different directions so that you're picking up as much of the print as you can. All right, I think that's settled enough where we can see that. And down here, I don't like the looks of that so much because I squished it. I don't know that that worked as well as I'd hoped. Let's see. That's okay. I'm gonna get rid of this. And I'm just gonna cut that bottom edge off. Let's do this while it's flat. And I'll take a bit off the top too. Very cute. Now I'm just going to kind of tap it down. Again, I don't want to lose all that beautiful embossing. Oh, look at the mess I made now. Be cleaning up after the video, won't I? Okay, that's pretty good. So let's figure out how we want to decorate this one. I do have right in front of me these beautiful flowers. Let's see how I feel about that. That's kind of fun. I would cut off more of it, but I don't think that gives enough of the punch I was looking for. So I'm going back over to my Shabby Dabby Doodah images and see what I find. This teacup here would be cute on there, perhaps. Wonder if those would... Let's just cut them out and see. Oh, that's going to hide too much of what we're trying to show, isn't it? Let's just try the teacup. maybe like that. And I want one more thing, and I'm looking at this butterfly. You think that's enough, or do we need one more little piece? I'm going to try one more little piece. I have a short work week this week. Yay! Been taking Fridays off this summer, and I'm enjoying it way too much because when that's over, it's going to feel like a very, very long work week. Although I love what I do. I love working with the people that I work with. But I will say that being off is rather nice. That's cute. I like that. I'm going to come down with it a little bit. Going to ink a little bit. Now, for right here on this cup, I'm just going to come in and bring down the white a little bit. But I don't feel the need to cut that out. Otherwise, seeing this might kind of get lost with the embossing on here. Do the same with our little butterfly friend. It'll be cute. This is fun. I love making these tags. I don't know why I love them so much, but I have even more ideas on things that I can do with these. It's just, my mind's blown up with it. Now, before I get too crazy, I need to cut off our little ends so it looks like a tag. Girl, what are you doing around by my feet now? I think they don't like when I'm in here crafting because sometimes in the evening, if I sit on the sofa, I'll read or something, and they love snuggling up with me. So if I'm in here crafting, they can't snuggle with me. And I think they prefer I didn't craft. Too bad, so sad. I should give them bully sticks or dentist sticks before I do a video. Last but not least, this cute little flower. This is so feminine, so pretty. I have an idea for an upcoming journal, so I've been trying to, well, actually I have about 100 million ideas for upcoming journals, but that being said, for one in particular, I've been trying to make some ephemera for. Okay, so let's think of a topper for this one. Back to the lace scrap bucket. Some of this is way down in here. Come on. Had some schniblets on it. I wonder about just taking that piece. That might be kind of cute. Let's try it. Never know until you try, right? And part of what I like to show all of you is to just try things. Because when I first learned how to make journals and watching YouTube videos, actually Gail Augustinelli was one of the first ones I really started watching, and she was just so encouraging about just giving it a try. That is super cute. And again, I'm just going to dab it on there for now because I'm going to sew on it. Got glue sticks and different glues everywhere. There we go. I really like that. Oh, what I should have done. Still can. This one I think I'll just leave plain on the back so you can see that pretty print or embossing. Just gonna leave that one. Yeah, I kind of like the back just as is. That's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Okay, we've got this one. Then I'm going to show you how to do something else. This is super simple, but I started playing around with, I showed you in the last video, the sacks that Patty from Sacred Memento sent some goodies in. Actually, I think they might have been from Louise there. But I started making some book page sacks. I'm not real crazy about how these turned out, but I had another idea I thought we could try together. For these, I am using pages that have one print on one side because that can just go in the middle of the sack. So all I do then is just put them together. Now I'm going to tack this with a little bit of glue so that it doesn't come apart on me or wiggle when I'm sewing. Just a little dab. If you're afraid of it messing up with your sewing machine, then you can skip that step. But I did have some issues the other night sewing. So I'm gonna then, for what I wanted to try with this one, let's take it at the top, cut a little bit down the middle. Actually, I want to tear off some of this. Get rid of that before the dog eats that too. And then I just wanted to kind of roll this down so it looked like a little collar, but as I'm rolling this, I'm going to have to definitely glue that with this paper because it's a little too brittle. There, it's like a little shirt collar. Whoop, going to cooperate here today. Because I said so. Like we tell our kids, right? Because I said so. Meaning parent's tired and doesn't wish to discuss it, right? All right, I'm going to go to the sewing machine and be right back. Okay, we've got our little pocket all ready here. I'm going to go ahead and ink this here so the collar stands out. Now, you can use these for sacks. I'm going to use them probably for sacks when I have little offcuts and things to go along with the journals that I sell, or put little extra ephemera bits inside. So they can be used that way, or you can use them, you know, make a smaller version and put them on a journal page. You could do so many things with book pages. It's amazing. There, I'm going to do the back too. Since I got it here, before I forget. Now, instead of stamping, I didn't have a stamp that I really thought worked as well as I'd hoped on these. So I'm going to go back to my ephemera here. This is kind of cute. What would that be? That would be super cute. Sorry for the arm reaching across the screen. This might be cute on it. Little banner kind of thing. I say little way too much. I've done that for quite some time, and I don't know when or how it started. That's cute. So let's see what else we could use. Kind of like that. Now, somebody asked me on a recent video for measurements of these, and which I can give you. This page measures about 5 1/4 by nearly 7 1/2 high. But everybody's book pages are different. So it completely depends on how big you want yours. There's no rules to this, so you can make it as big or small as you want. That's partly, I think, what I like so much about, I don't know about these two together. This guy might have to wait. Might try this instead. Some stamps. Let's use just one of them. Not enough contrast there. Everything was just kind of blended together, wasn't it? So we've got a stamp, and then maybe now we can pull in a flower. That might be cute. Or I'm looking at this one. take some of this white off. It's distracting me. I can't think with so much white. Oops. What is that? I think it's some kind of an orchid, isn't it? And this can go like so, and then like so. Just what the doctor ordered. Now, what I like to do as I'm layering things and, parts of things are going over the top, some are going underneath, is I first tack it together like that. And then I can lift it up and do the rest. And I'm just catching that floppy leaf so it's not flopping around anymore. There. Now I can go back and glue the whole piece as one. That way everything is all together and doesn't slip slide around. I'll put a little ink on this guy. Glue him. I almost thought I put that upside down for a second. Oh my gosh. My brain did the no. There, just a really simple little item. Fun. Been having way too much fun crafting. I hope this has given you all some ideas. Let me unbury my bags. So this is what they're all looking like, except for the one. Let's quick decorate this little fella. Maybe he needs this. No, he does not. I said I do not need that. That's way too big. I don't know if I like the blue. This might be too big too. Although I like the yellow with that ink color. Let's see if there's another yellow flower. Ooh, we don't need the whole thing. In fact, we're not going to have the whole thing. We are going to sacrifice a leaf. Leaf has been sacrificed. Want to sacrifice some more because I'm thinking I want to add this. I do. I really like that. Okay, we're going to sacrifice more leaves. Many a leaf has been sacrificed today. Ooh, almost slipped out of my hand. Okay. this guy like so. And then this I want to put underneath. So cute. I just love it. These scissors, I don't care if I get full of glue. These are just cheap Walgreens scissors, actually, is what they are. And I'm just going to go like that. And that's all that one's going to get. Super cute. All right. I'll do some sewing later on. You get the gist of how to do these, and I hope you give them a try and let me know if you do by putting something in the comments. And again, comment to let me know what other videos that you have watched and tried some of the crafty ideas. Thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you, and welcome to our new subscribers. Have a great day.